Hey guys, it's me Kimberly. Today we're doing Maria's home and she lives in Oakville. Maria took advantage of our design program and this is what we did.
Perfect, let's start with the rock. We're gonna do the rock Fables Tree. It has a little bit of accents of black. Then we have a little bit of white and lighter spots inside the rock. A little bit organic, I really like that. Then we decided to the Arc armchair. We went with the Prestige 059. It's kind of a velour fabric.
Yeah. So nice and soft. I love that. So luxurious.
I like the design element. The arc is a little bit too traditional. With this row, we're gonna make it a little bit more modern. It goes into a transitional side as most of our designs here. Then we're gonna do the Xavier coffee table. It adds a little bit of glass, and then it has a brushed silver finish around it.
Now for their buffet, they did the Canadelle buffet in this light gray 90 cloud finish. Beautiful. Okay. I like how it's mixing in the lights and darks. I like that.
Pre-existing in the space was only some curtains that were actually beautiful and a clock. Not very inviting. We have already done her family room and we've done her dining room. So this room had to add on and complement that. When you walk into the front door, this is the first room you see on the right. This is gonna be like a little lounge area for when the adults get together and we leave the kids in front of the TV. You guys know that feeling, you sometimes need your privacy. It's not a very big room, but here's what we decided to do. So in the dining room, as you see, there was no space for a credenza. And I don't know if these guys are gonna move one day. I did actually ask that question and they both hemmed and hawed about it. I decided to take the coordinating buffet with the exact same stain, done at the exact same time. So a little tip here, in the manufacturing process, if you want several pieces to a collection that are the exact same color, I suggest you purchase them at the exact same time because when they're staining in production, stains will vary. And a lot of people don't want that, so it's just a little tip. These are all natural woods, it's natural birch, they're all handmade. You want them stained at the exact same time. So that's what we did here. So the buffet is gonna ground that room. They had a pre-existing picture that they loved, so we used theirs with a little deep black frame. We did a sofa on one side, it was actually a love seat, 2 chairs on the opposing side, so we created a great conversation area. We had a square coffee table to ground those 2 spaces together, a nice big beautiful rug, and that buffet was the focal point of this room. For the accessories for this room, it really wasn't too much. There were some pillows we threw on, all 3 upholstery pieces to warm it all up and tie in that beautiful rug. We did a lamp. There was no space for lamps. There was no space for end tables, so we did a lamp on that big buffet that was our focal point. It was smoky. It just tied in that sofa fabric beautifully. We did 2 candle holders and a vase that had that little bit of black in it again. Why? To pick up on that frame and that artwork. And the rod in that room for those window treatments, if you notice, it is black. So that actually ties in together. And what I always try and teach and implement in our own practice is that when you're going to use a color or a finish or a wood or a metal, you need to replicate it more than once. One time is lonely, more than 3 times it's now cohesive. So you see the black on the rod, you see it on the frame of the art, and in the art, you see it in the lamp, the candle holders, and you also see it on that vase, the marble base. Absolutely beautiful, I love it, slam dunk. Let me tell you what I really think about grommeted panels. Grommeted panels are the least expensive way to go here. So when they're open and you do not see the grommets is when they look their best. The second you try and close them, it really cheapens it up. But for most people, panels are just for decor only. They're not using them functionally, so it doesn't really matter. This is a good way to go. If you're going to keep opening and closing them, then you want to consider ripple fold is where it sits underneath the rod and there is no grommets, or you want to consider a more upscale formal look like goblets or box pleats or hinge pleats. This is my take on this. Grommets are always the way to go if you're not going to use them. It keeps our cost way down. Ripple fold is my second next favorite. And the rest is just based on formal versus informal. That's what I think. This is how the design program works. A nominal fee of $250 is charged. However, during your presentation, a purchase of $2,500 or more, we will take that $250 and credit it towards that purchase, which means the design portion of this program is absolutely complimentary. This is what happens at an in-home consultation. The designer will walk through a series of photos which you will circle, which will be your design personality test. This just gives us a sense of what you love. It's not the be-all and end-all. You can change your mind at any time, but this way we have a good understanding of where our starting point is. The designer comes to your home, measures one room at a time, takes accurate floor plan and elevation measurements. A week later, we see you back in the showroom where we present your 3D drawings and review your floor plans. We shop the showroom floor so that you can test all the sofas and beds and see what you love and what you're comfortable with. All of those pieces are rendered in our 3D software, so you get to see them live, for real, in your room setting, accurate, real time. It's amazing. We can change things up. If you want a sofa, but your husband wants a sectional, we can try them both until you guys are both happy with exactly what we've placed. And then we go forward, and once the models are selected, we then pick the fabrics, the finishes, the materials. We talk about all of that until we curate the perfect design just for you. I'm Kimberly Capone, and I truly believe you should live in rooms you love. Visit our showroom and sign up for your free design consultation, and together we'll create the perfect space.